But you know what? I think we're gonna try and go over to the game here, shall we? I've been like blabbing about for fucking 50 minutes. This is the longest ever I have ever done a goddamn just chatting. And here I'm saying my life isn't uninteresting. To be honest, the most things I was talking about is what I want to do, not what I've been able to do. So, yeah, I am still gonna go with that my life is quite uninteresting. And my talking for 50 minutes have not even changed that. But you know what? We're gonna do Ace up.
Hello there.
Yo, Meister, welcome to the stream. No, not Ace Attorney. Apollo Justice. There we go. Bye, Baltru. Happy New Year. How you doing? Other than the normal. I have learned now. I guess what? I've been able to actually just chatting for 50 minutes. And that's not even like me scuffing. That's me just talking. That is a record for me. Because I basically hate talking and listening to my own voice for too long. What am I doing? Right. I think I'm supposed to find something. Yo, Happy New Year. Yes! Happy New Year. Nothing much right now. Fair enough. That kind of was me yesterday. I wanted to do something, but my mood kind of struck me yesterday. Not too bad. It was just... I didn't feel... That's just easy to say. It's like just getting pricked by a pin. It's not fully painful, but it just stings. It was just like my mood got a bit stingy yesterday. But it went a bit better, and after a while I was capable of continuing with Unreal. Kind of gotten quite far in Unreal. I'm kind of happy about that. But yeah, I've mostly just been blabbling about all the creativity that is stuck in my head, and I can't even do anything to use it because of, well, monetary stuff. Because trust me, there are some woodworking things I want to do, / electronics. And yeah, I am kind of like just excited to want to see that actually be real. But that is not gonna happen in the short run. Long run, probably, not short run. And we're still looking, by the way, for the blob thing. Round, not blob. Orb. I kept an eye open if you were gonna go live yesterday, but then you posted that on your... that you want, which worked out because I was with 2 friends from 7 until midnight. Yeah, but that's absolutely... I hope you had fun with your friends. Yeah, yesterday was like... First of all, it was my mood. Then it was like... We didn't eat anything real in the first, like as lunch or mid-dog. But we ate later that day, which was around 5 or 6. So I felt like there was so much in between as well that was like... Yeah, I feel like it's like my stream would be cut in the middle here and there. So I just felt like, you know what? I'm gonna take today off, not gonna do any sort of stream, just chill, wish everyone a happy new year and whatnot. Ate some, drank a little, talked and played some Catan where I steamrolled them. Catan is so wonderful. What resource did everyone have too much of? I am pretty certain that in every single Catan game, there is a resource that's always, and I mean always, the one that everyone has too much of. I have played Catan mostly with my family, and I am like... It has happened at least each time we have been playing. Also, I'm gonna do something here. I'm just gonna add a voice here because we're gonna do Sarge. Oh, did I press a button? Shit, I managed to press a button, I think. Always speaking here. I want to play more board games as well, but as I said, most people I know that are in Sweden is Gothenburg, I guess. I say I guess because I don't remember and I don't know them that well. It's just someone that now knows. Hold on, where is... Oh, there is Voicemon. There we go. Kinda. Managed to get a ton of stone, but that was because I had to sit this next to Stone Tal. But it was a 4, and yet somehow we rolled 4 often. Damn! Nice. Wait, was stone something everyone got? Because when I say this, it's like there's a specific resource everyone has too much of. Not just one person, but like everyone. I can definitely understand if you have 2 around 1 stone place, then yeah, you're gonna get a lot of stone. Voice changer. Oh wait, favorites. There we go. And the demon. No, the radio demon. There we go. Nope, just me. But I drained almost all stone cards in just 2 rounds. Damn. That's actually a way of playing. I just realized that. Because you can't trade, if I'm not mistaken, somehow you can trade with people. I remember that. There was a long time ago I actually played Catan, so I can't really say for certain. But that just means that you can monopolize a certain resource and make other players actually have it to trade with you for that resource. I always play that I place my cities so at least can get 1 resource of each, but never thought of actually trying to do so I get so much of 1 resource no one else can actually get it. That's a tactic. I have never thought of that tactic before. It just popped up and then when you spoke about it.
Why, of course, soldiers must have extensive knowledge as well as of fighting prowess.
This is gonna be so interesting. There is an ad starting already. I've been blabbing for about an hour. Good lord. Yes, 4-1 unless you have the harbor thing. There is either 3-1 from any resource. Oh, right, yes, I know about the harbors. But I meant like trading with people. Because I know you can basically like go get a harbor and you can get, if you have 2, you can get 1 from another. But I feel like there was some internal like trading between players, but that might just be me misjudging some rules or something. I even actually have Catan with islands. I just realized that. I've never touched it. Ah, yes, that's up to each if they want to do it or not. Oh, okay. So it's basically, it's like, it's a rule, but it's not like a sense of you can do it each round. It's like, it's your round. Does anyone want to train? No. Okay, fair enough.
I'm learning all I can each and every day in preparation for the big battle.
Can only do it during your turn, though. Yeah, that's understandable. Otherwise, it would be kind of difficult dealing with everything that happened around everywhere. The big battle.
You know, when I go back to school, I need to be up and to date on every subject.
I have a button for this now, so it's much more easier, but I always have to like press the button back and forth here. I could do a toggle. Oh, fuck it, let's do a toggle. That's gonna make things so much more easier. Okay, hot switch, soundboard, stream deck, toggle. You know what, I already have a toggle somewhere. Let's do that. I have it for a robot voice, so that's a clean, that's a robot. We are gonna make that to the favorite one, the radio demon. There we go. I'm gonna have to just bring up this thing so I can see. Okay, there we go. I have it now. Now I can much easily do this. I should have No, it wouldn't work, I guess, because I need to toggle back and forth on the same one. Oh, I see. What about reading, writing, and arithmetic? Well, you know, a Sarge has its needs. Latest comics and Hollywood gossip. I would skip the Hollywood gossips. Comics, so yeah. I can definitely not say I'm a comic nerd, to be honest. Someone could basically bring me something that's either rare or just like awesomely made, and I can be there. Yeah, that's a comic. That's basically me. Well, I'm rooting for you, Sarge.
Thanks, I'll try my best.
Okay, that was an interesting debate about that thing. Wait, what am I? Oh, there we go. This computer could provide some useful information. Also, I'm gonna give myself some more sound. BSI OS. I want to try and figure out what BSI makes. Bullshit interface. No. Okay, that was a for some reason, just seeing BS, I kind of wanted to make it as something, but I couldn't figure out I, and I managed to figure out I. We have bullshit interface OS. That is gonna be the new computer OS for the future. Please, can someone make that? Even if it's just on a little Arduino, like not on an Arduino, but on a Raspberry Pi, please make a bullshit interface OS. Right, it's password protected. You're good at getting into places. You're good at getting to places you're not supposed to. Oh, don't look at me. I don't know nothing of this. Know the first thing about computers.
Leave it to me. A modern-day warrior must be well-versed in technology and have mean pride. After all, how can he who controls information controls the battlefield?
To be honest, that is kind of true, and they can make anything a battlefield if they just try that then. And to be fair, they actually is capable of controlling this thing. Probably built it as well, because I don't know any sort of drone that looks like a military helicopter that has that kind of arm and a minigun on it. Probably a BB gun, but it's definitely some sort of gun. Some sort of firearm? I'm trying to figure out, like, what would you call both a BB gun and a normal gun? Technically, both of them are guns, but that would be misleading because one is deadly and one is just hurtful? I don't know. Something.
And I'm in.
Looks like modern day warriors have mean keyboard skills too. Okay, let's see what we can find. I kind of forget the Rook's voice sometimes. Like my brain goes to try and do some sort of weird ass Kronk because I know I can't really make a Kronk voice, but I'm just going that route in my head. Oh, what's this? An email message. Oh, I deciphered. Okay, research from 2paw711 Nmail. I don't like that it says Nmail. I looked. By the way, I looked down in the corner and saw the red and yellow white marking. For some reason, I just thought like you're working for Umbrella, mate. Like, excuse me. I deciphered the patterns, but have yet to crack the riddle. The opaque crystal orb is the key. Dr. Buff, how is your research going? Oh, Dr. Buff, how is the research going? Wait, who? So, Paw sent... No, 2paw. Oh, no, wait a second. So, Dr. Buff, how's the research going is what he got first. Then, what he sent afterwards was decipher the patterns, but I have yet to crack the riddle. The opaque crystal orb is the key. It's a research report to whoever asked the doctor to study the orb. Oh.
Here, I put the data on this. Take it and use it well, soldier.
We have, like, whoever this person is, which I think I actually know who, because I did see a little image of how they looked. They're very, like, just because of how we felt of how they feel, and we actually talk well to them. Okay, first of all, I'm gonna talk about something after this as well. They seem very friendly and helpful for us, but I'm guessing also because we're trying to actually help them At the same time, everyone still thinks it's not murder, so I guess we're not really helping them. Also, what I was annoyed about is the noise from the helicopter. Do you hear that it's a loop that is not really looping? It is like between every flop sound or swish sound, I don't know. It is like a half a second in between. Except for two, there is like a 0.25 second in between. It's actually kind of annoying now when I heard it. God, the smallest thing sometimes can be the most annoying. Are these the doctors? Yes, those are Papa's... Sorry?
Yes, those are Papa's reading glasses. He said he'd been having trouble reading lately, but those glasses seem to help.
Reading glasses, eh? I'll just hold on to those. Rook? Don't tell me you're having trouble reading too. Well, he first of all have actually an eye patch, so he's... I wouldn't... No, it's not... No, it doesn't have a depth perception. That's what it's called. Depth. Jesus. Oh, perish the thought. I'm still like very difficult. Like, I'm thinking Kronk, and it's like I'm losing it. I just don't want to leave any stones unturned. It's like sometimes I can do it good, and sometimes I just lose it. I don't know why. Okay, let's get over what we learned so far. Wherever it was that Dr. Buff went, he needed a raincoat. And it was somewhere where it was glowing, where glowing moss grows. Any ideas what that might be, Sarge?
Negative, comrade. I hate to say my intel's a little thin on this one. I've been occupied with my siege defense strategy ever since we moved to the village.
Well, son, it seems we have no other choice. We'll have to ask the local if they know a place like that. The funny part is I think it's told me that last time, and it basically went like, you're still gonna have to find shit. It shouldn't be that difficult, like, it doesn't sound like there's everywhere glowing moss grows. Hold on. I can now see Paul Atchison posters where it didn't used to be before. Even on someone's nicely made stone fence, or what do you call that? Stone foundry? Let's call it foundry because it technically is like holding up dirt and stuff. Like, mate! Wait, was the painting thing there as well? I don't think the paint... Retainer. Is that a retainer? Wait, hold on. What is that? Also, what is a retainer? I never really heard that. Retainer. What is a retainer? The fuck? Okay. Apparently a retainer is just something for teeth, so that is... might have different meanings. No, I can't find anything about that. I can just find the teeth one. Earth. Okay, let's try Earth. That might work. Okay, yeah, thank you. You apparently need to be very specific with Google here, but yeah, Earth Retainer is basically what you would be able to call it. And what it probably is called as well. But yes, thank you. Now I know that. I was so confused, it's like, I'm searching that and I just get up teeth like this. Can I understand? Yeah, I also realized that a few seconds after. Because I just get in there, it's like, I can understand a retainer might mean the same thing, because it does actually hold on to the teeth and like form them. So I think you are right, but at the same time the only thing I get is teeth. There must be some sort of other meaning or something. But yeah. It feels like somebody's watching me. It's really creeping me out. Yeah, probably because it's at least 4 posters with someone. Oh, it's just Paul Atheson's campaign posters. When did he put these up? I don't know, the 5 minutes we spent talking to Sarge, finding some clues and getting back here. Whatever, I got more important things to do, to be paying attention to. Does anyone have a BB gun? I can use those things as targets. Oh, what a great weather! It really lifts the spirit. I know, after our little treasure hunt. What do you say we go hunting, son? Well, instead of doing baseball, we can always do that. Also, those posters look super copy-pasted on. Oh, they really do. But at the same time, it is his, so yeah. Just look at that mountain. I bet there are some feisty wild boars up there. I think I'll pass, but thanks. I'm not so much for hunting at all. But somehow hearing this is like, if he would do the thing, then perhaps. But at the same time, I would say no as well, I guess. Because I have seen the size of a mother boar, and its ass is like from basically earth to ass is like half my size. I don't even know the width of that thing, and that was big. Luckily, it was just passing by, so we made sure to not go too close to it. I made sure it actually had disappeared from our side of view. I would love to go hunting. Never done it. Grew up as a fisher. Oh, fair enough. So, in a sense, you kinda know. Not in the sense of hunting, but basically the result as well. You basically are known for the result. Me, on the other hand, is like, I wouldn't be able to kill anything. I wouldn't want to. So I guess that is like what's keeping me away most. But I grew up in the forest. I'm used to seeing deer, boars, and all that. Oh yeah, I actually grew up, well, forest and forest. I grew up around farmlands, but we are having a big forest close to us. There didn't used to be many boars there, but there was some years ago where there was actually boars passing by. And me and my sister were unlucky enough to actually see one of them while we were walking with our dog. But yeah, I see a lot of deers as well. Foxes now and then as well. I definitely know how our neighbor's hen house, or at least their yard, looked after a fox had been there. God, that looks like a battlefield. So yeah, a few stuff. Oh, so hunting is a no-go. Well, I guess that wild boar stew will have to wait then. Apollo, something's different from the last time we were here. You mean the posters? No, not those. Ah, so I was right. The painting thing was actually new as well. Why do I feel it's gonna be something interesting? Before they cut down a ton of trees behind my mother's house, we used to see deer right outside the kitchen window in the morning. We don't often have that. We have... Sometimes there can be deer in here, but not often, because we do have a yard, and the yard is kind of small, and I think there is not much for the deers to have here. Our neighbors have a bigger yard, and they actually have a deer feeding ground, and I think there are a lot of deer there now and then. But we do have like farmlands just down our road, and some mornings when we go there, we can actually see deers as well. We actually do have, though, kinda of a lake view. There are trees in the way, but we can still see the lake. And what's kind of funny is that we don't really... My father told me once that we actually don't need to like pay tax for having like a lake view, because there is actually a public path going in between our house and the lake. So technically it's not our lake view, it's basically everyone can see it, which is kind of fascinating. But yeah, we have a little nice lake. Or, well, nice and nice. It basically goes like 90 degrees downwards, basically. I can definitely say I am not really a water person. I can like to be now and then in lakes or ocean, but I'm not really too much like the most energetic one in water. Oh, what do we have here? Looks like an unfinished picture, like something a kid might paint. What is that on the Oh, I was about to ask what is that in the side there. But to be fair, I just realized the color of this thing. It looks like an unfinished picture, like something a little kid paints. Right, but I can't quite tell what it was for. I think it's supposed to be nighttime, but what's that thing on the left? Monster or some kind of alien, perhaps? In any case, it's pretty poor excuse of a drawing. It's a kid's drawing, mate. Like, I am not really that good, but people still like my drawings for some reason. Well, what did you expect from a little kid? Oh, it was Pearl's drawing. Now I feel bad. Also, we see Pearls again. I completely forgot we see Pearls again, but she does live around here. Now I feel bad about that. Huh? Oh, it's you, Pearl. Oh, why? Mr. Apollo, is that you? What a pleasant surprise. It's been quite some time. How have you been? Yeah, the last time was the last game. Not much of swimming, bathing. Not a bad swimmer, just not a mega fan. I love being in water and fishing. Yeah, kind of the same here. Not a bad swimmer, but just not a fan either. I actually had to take swimming lessons at one point because I was really bad at it. But as long as you don't like force me to just do 1, 2, 3 and actually make something fun of it, I can actually try doing things. There was one time my father was like, okay, we're gonna try and learn to swim here a bit. Not learn, but like swim a lot. And it's like, can you like swim the like adult pool basically back and forth? I'm like, okay, I continue. I just did this. Like, how much further? Like you just bit further. Like, I didn't really count. I was like, okay, I'm swimming, just swimming. And apparently I did like, I don't know, 5, 6 length or something. Dive I can do as well, but I can only do it with glasses because it doesn't work otherwise. Like, getting lit up in my nose and stuff like that, it just makes me get panic. Ah, fine, thanks. And you're looking good too, Pearl. Aren't you going to introduce me, son? Oh, of course. This is Pearl Faye. She's a spirit medium here in Kurain village. Pearl, this is Duruk, my client. He really doesn't want to say adoptive father. He really doesn't want to even mention that. Hello, sir. Pleased to meet you. If there's anything I can do to help, please let me know. Oh, nice to meet you, and what a polite little girl you are. Actually, I'm a high schooler. Oh, well, sorry about that. So, you're a spirit medium. Does that mean you can channel spirits then? Yes, I'm still in training though. And still very powerful, what I've learned. When we actually needed her help in the first trilogy, even Maya said that Pearl's power, like spirit powers, is actually really powerful. For being a child as well. I think like last time we met her in the trilogy, not like the last game, but the trilogy, she was about like 8, 9, and she was still capable of just doing it basically. But I'm well versed in art of spirit channeling. Very well versed, to be honest. Well, now, isn't that interesting? I mean, back in my country, our little princess hasn't changed channeled a single spirit yet. Oh. Did you do the exercise in gym class where you swim in normal clothes and have to rescue a doll, simulating someone drowning at the bottom of the pool and then perform CPR on it? Yes, but I didn't do that. I did the part where I had to hold under one of my classmates' chin and basically drag them to the end of the pool. But basically, without glasses, without doing anything, dive down, grab a doll that basically doesn't have any limbs, by the way, because that's something we discussed as well. basically is also much more difficult to carry. I can do that because yeah, I can't basically just dive without like preparations. So we did, but I didn't. My teacher said you won't be able to get further grade than this if you don't do this. I just said fine, I don't care. Did that as well, but the duel the rescuing part was fine, but goddamn the clothes get heavy. Yeah, I can really do that. But as we discussed as well, like if you're rescuing a person, they probably have all 4 limbs, and if you're gonna rescue a doll that is just a torso, it doesn't really work, does it? It doesn't really like work as it's supposed to. Pretty impressive, young lady. Oh, but compared to Mystic Maya, there is so much more I have to learn. Mystic Maya? Oh, right, Maya Fey. Mr. Wright's former courtroom assistant. He told me about her. She's a spirit medium too, if memory serves. Yes, she's an amazing medium, and soon she'll be next to a head of Fey Clan too. Mediums and spirit channeling. I've heard all about it from Mr. Wright. He said that mediums will even physically become the person they're channeling. I wonder if even little Pearl would turn into a hulking giant if she had to channel one. Mystic Maya sounds like a superhero name. Yeah, that's what she called her. Also, this kind of fun. I wonder if little Pearl would turn into a hulking giant if she had to channel one. Well, to put it simply, she was 9 years old and had to channel Mia Fey, which is basically someone that is around 20 to 30 years old with, well bestowed chest. That is easy to say the clothing couldn't really handle it. So yes, she would definitely become a hulking giant if she actually channeled one, because she in a sense have become one with the sense of how tiny she was. I think she was 9. She was either around, I think it was at least single digits. It can have been 9 to 12. I am a bit uncertain. But hold on. I'm gonna have to check now. I am pretty certain she was around 9 to 12. For some reason I say 9. Her Fey age first. I don't even know if it's spelled right now. Yes, 9 years old. For some reason I actually remember correctly. Thought she was a younger teen, but might be wrong. She's... Well, I was about to say young teen now, but I am pretty certain she's like old teen now. Either 17 or 18. 18, so technically old teen. But no, she was actually 9 years old in the first trilogy. And she's 18 now, so basically 9 years ago was the first trilogy. And that also means we have basically been playing through 2 other games as well. And I think she was like 17 in the last one, because that was like a few months in between. Late teen, young adult? I don't know. I hope you don't mind me asking, but what brings you all the way out here, Mr. Apollo? Well, I just realized something. Who was it the one that actually met Pearls last time? Oh wait, it was Athena and Mr. Wright, because let's say 18-19 is both a late teen and young adult. It really is, because at that point it's like, oh, you're a young adult now, but you're technically still a teen because of 1918. So yeah, I guess you just pick your poison. Either you're old or you're young. But yeah, that would explain why Apollo hasn't seen Pearl for quite some time, because in the last game it was actually Athena that met Pearl. And Apollo, I don't think, ever really met Pearls in the games. No, I don't think he did. I think Pearls came back in like this game and Dual Destinies. I don't know why I'm trying to like figure out when she actually popped up, but yeah. Last time in life, where you can decide if you're young or old, so pick wisely. Yeah, fair enough. Wait, would it happen to be the matter of Mr. Edgeworth is looking into? Prosecutor Edgeworth? What's he doing here? Oh, so it's a different matter then. I don't know, you didn't tell me the matter. Because I just saw him a moment ago. He appeared to be searching for something. Oh? Hmm. Mr. Edgeworth is a friend of Mr. Wright's and the district's chief prosecutor. Why would he be here in Kurain? Well, no point in obsessing over it. Well, if you meet him, you can at least say hello, and since you said it's Mr. Wright's friend. Come to think of it, you live here in Kurain Village, don't you, Pearls? Yes, I was born and raised here. Ah, this is perfect, Apollo. Let's ask the young lady if she knows where the doctor might have gone last night. I was thinking the exact same thing. Maybe you should show her what we found in this doctor's study. Alright? I guess this thing, because that actually fits the painting. Okay, apparently not. Oh, yeah, that doesn't I just realized that doesn't mean shit. The glowing moss might actually work. But I don't think she gives a damn about a raincoat. Pearl, do you have any idea where this moss might grow? That looks like Mithama moss. Mitama, I don't know how to pronounce that. It grows on Mount Mitama and gives off a soft glow in the dark. Mount Mitama? See that mountain over there? That's Mount Mitama. You mean straightforward? How far is that mountain? And how would one get there? Oh, you can take a bus from that bus stop over there. May I ask why you are so interested in that moss? Well, Dr. Buff was supposed to give us something, but it seems he hid it somewhere last night. He did? Maybe that's why he... Pearls, you know something? Friend is a stretch, more like close acquaintances. I would kinda agree, but at the same time not. They used to go in the same school, and Edgeworth did actually help Mr. Wright. And they have known each other for quite some time, but then because of what happened to Edgeworth's father, they grew distant. And then you also have to think of this. Everything went better with Edgeworth since the first game. Now, that is 7 years ago, so they might have actually been learning to know each other in those 7 years. So, if they were the 3 first games, I would say yes, most close acquaintances. Took a while to write that, had to rewrite acquaintances so many times because I just misspelling. I would misspell that so many times and probably just get stuck with the first one. But yeah, I don't know. I think he says that sometimes he actually goes and visits Edward in his office. So I think they are friends, but I can definitely say from the first game, yes, mostly acquaintances because of how distant they've grown from each other. But that was basically from the first game in this trilogy 7 years ago. So I think in between there, they have actually started to learn to know each other. Especially we thought of Mr. Wright helped out with making a new trial system where there is actually a jury as well, because they didn't have to use a jury in the other games or in between there somewhere. And I do believe he actually have a connection then with the chief prosecutor just to make sure everything works all right. So basically, judge and everything. Fair enough. So maybe somewhat in between friends and acquaintances. Yeah, I would say so. I wouldn't perhaps say like best friends of like, oh, we are all buddy-buddy. But I would say like they're acquaintances because of work and they are not like enemies like most of the people in this, not anymore at least. But he does, because he knew him from school and before, he does come and visit now and then. So yeah, I would absolutely agree with in between friends and acquaintances. Well, that's a little bit to find out what she knows. So, where did the doctor go? Pearls, do you have any idea where Dr. Buff might go outside? Oh. Well, about that. All I know is Dr. Buff was somewhere on Mount Mitama. Oh? Well, first of all, you're sweating when you said that. So you're nervous. Oh, I was about to say, oh, do we need to unlock your locks? But no, we're the one that actually looks for someone lying. Which means Pearls is hiding something from me. Alright, Pearls. Let's check if those sweat drops is what actually is happening here. Oh, hold on, she started blinking. What about to say the same? Girl, you're sweating bullets. Did you blink?
Gotcha!
Pearl, you seem uneasy about something. Anyone would feel uneasy being stared at like that. Yeah, that's actually kind of true, because something I realized, especially from the first game, that when he does this, it doesn't just look at someone and it's like observing. Like my impression of what he does is one of those squeaky toys where the eyes is basically bulging out when you squeak them. That is like what I imagine Apollo doing each time he does this. It's like, Huh? But I'll be enough to. I mean, your eyes are practically popping out of your head. You see what I mean? That's basically. I was just imagining the same thing. Everyone basically explains it like one of those squeaky toys. I get it. I'll tone it down a little. Yes, I was wrong. Oh, I was wrong. Okay. God damn it. I just saw her eyes basically like blink, and I don't think they started blinking all the time. Okay, they were blinking all the time. Damn it. Oh, hold on. We can see her hand here. I know she's lying about Mount Mitama. Oh. But first of all, you have some glowing moss there. Have you seen people who do eye popping? It's basically doing that. I have not seen that. I don't think I want to see that. That sounds nasty. Pearl, you seem anxious around the topic of Mount Mitama. I could tell because you rub your thumb over a splooge of dried paint as you said it. Oh, well... That nighttime painting is yours, isn't it? This is so embarrassing. As you saw, I'm not a very good artist. But that picture has nothing to do with Dr. Puff. I'm not so sure about that. In fact, I'm going to guess that while you were out painting last night, you actually saw the good doctor heading out to Mount Mitama from the bus stop. It can be unnerving first time you see it, but it's not that creepy. Fair enough. I don't know, like, I might just imagine the worst case scenario of that kind of eye-popping thing. No, I didn't see anything like that, I swear. No, I'm positive you saw the doctor. After all, he's right here in your picture.
Take that!
You think that's the doctor? I may not be a very good artist, but at least I know how to draw a person. Okay, if it isn't a person, then what is it? That's a rain spirit. Fair enough. What's a rain spirit doing at the bus stop? Oh, rain spirits have places to go too. This is getting ridiculous. I love she's trying so hard. I don't know why, but each time you see her in any of the games, she's always like adorable when she's trying to hide things, because it's not like most people where they're basically like trying to lie their way out of it, trying to hide it in these games. She's basically like, you got me, but I am gonna try to get away. It was a rain spirit. She's not even trying. I don't know, I just feel that's adorable. Sorry, Pearls, but you're not a very good liar.
Take that!
This is the raincoat we found in the doctor's study. It's still wet and muddy, so we know that someone wore it last night. Now, see how this pattern is the same as the rain spirit in your picture? You didn't see a rain spirit last night, you saw the buff wearing this raincoat. You wanna see what it looks like? Check this. You know what? I am gonna watch it. Just to see. Oh, I just saw the image. I think like I've seen that image similarly some other place. And that's kind of what I imagine it, but also it's like, hold on. Ugh. Okay, you are right. It's like, it's not bad, but it's also unnerving. Like, I don't know what to think about it, to be honest. It's in a sense of, okay, you can do that. It's fine, but it's also like he looks like he's from a cartoon. So in a sense, it's like, it's his real life. It's unsettling. It looks like a cartoon. It can't be real. It's like the brain mixes between those for some reason. I'm sorry. I know I'm not supposed to lie, but I can actually imagine how it was looking like, because the only thing I can think of is like CGI from a movie, and to be honest, it kind of looks very extremely similar. I'm sorry I didn't tell you before, Apollo. Yeah, it makes you go, wow, wow, be careful, and yes, it does look CGI, yeah. So I guess that's why my brain can handle it, because in a sense it's like, ew. But also, it can't be real, right? It's like a coping mechanism. I'm sorry I didn't tell you before, Mr. Apollo, but I did see the doctor last night. It's alright, just please tell me everything you know. Of course. I was painting out here last night, and when the doctor came up to the bus stop, he was wearing a raincoat and even thought it wasn't raining, and a helmet with lights on it. Like he was well prepared for something. I know, that's why I asked him where he was going off exploring again. He looked startled, like he hadn't noticed me there. And then he suddenly said, "Please don't tell anyone you saw me here." Why would he want to silence you like that? Something must have happened to his spook. And he didn't want anyone to know where he was going to hide all. But where could he have been going dressed like that? Spelunking. He had a raincoat, he had a hat. As I said, it wasn't raining yesterday. No, it's real, but it looks alien, that your brain tries to comprehend it and go CGI and calm you down again. Yeah, I think we discussed that another time on a stream. It's like height, especially if you're not like a scared of height person, afraid of heights. It's like the further up you go, the more afraid you kind of become, because it's like you understand how dangerous it could be. But if you go up too far, your brain is like, I can't comprehend the height, so I can't really tell you to be afraid. It's kind of the same thing there. You just can't comprehend it. My best guess is a cave somewhere on Mount Mitma. I heard there's a cave there where mediums of the Kurain tradition went to train long ago. Legends has it there is some sort of mystical ruin in there. Mystical ruin? Sounds like the exact sort of place an archaeologist might go. Oh, what a beautiful place. Nothing beats mountain air. Many of the villagers have left the city for a city, but I just love it here. Blue skies, lush forests, starful skies at night, and fireflies in the summer. Plus the big beautiful ocean is just beyond the mountain. The ocean, you say? What do you say we go for a swim, son? She said beyond the mountain. Good lord, that's a hike. Oh, I'll think I'll pass. Besides, I can't swim. Damn, Apollo, you're afraid of heights and can't swim. I understand there are people that are like that, and I'm not gonna like shame them for anything. I just feel it's kind of interesting, afraid of height and can't swim either. Like, my brain goes to, what did you even do? Like, what did you like drown yourself into to like not go and actually learn to swim? Because they must have been like very busy then if something like that happened, or very like bad learner on how to swim. Pearl, Kurain Village is like the home of spirit mediums, right? Yeah, and I'm part of a long line of mediums. I've never seen a channeling before, but is it possible to channel the spirit of anyone who passes away? No, not just anyone. You must know their face and true name. Really? You can channel a spirit by just knowing their face and name. That's an amazing ability. It is, but it can only be learned by those with a gift occurring in certain bloodlines and years of intense training. At present, Missing Maya and I are the only ones in our village who can channel spirits. Looks like spirit mediums are highly valued here, much like they are back in Kurai. I heard there used to be so many more of us a long time ago, but now we're very short on supply. Most of the women now they don't want to stay. They want the thrill of the big city. Well, you guys aren't exactly close to any shopping malls or nightclubs out here. Like, if this place would be close but also far from a city, I would absolutely agree to stay here. But if it is extremely far to a city, then it's like, I would probably get a bit bored after a while, I don't know. Like, I like being out here as well in the farmlands, but the only reason I don't fully like it here is because of the city, because it's just not a good city. What about you? Are you not interested in things like that? Me? Well, I wouldn't mind a new outfit or two. And well, I don't know what one. It's okay, Pearls, you are at that age after all. Apollo, I am pretty certain you're around like at least 22, 25. There isn't not much of a different, I don't know. I just feel like there's not a big difference between your age. To say like you're that age, I just feel like you could still do that. He sounds old, but it's not that old. Oh, we met this weirdo earlier named Paul Artisan. You know anything about him? Yes, he's been campaigning a lot around here lately. And the noise he's been making has become quite a problem. People are especially upset that he's campaigning at all hours of the night and day. Yuck. That is basically political warfare. If you know that you're in a sense of someone's support, can't lose. Because then you don't need to give a damn about what people that votes for you does. Well, the local police should arrest him for disturbing the peace. Unfortunately, there's little they can do because Artisan Badness is so powerful. Well, isn't he the proverbial pampered provincial prince? Seems pretty intent on winning here in Kurai. Is there some special reason why? I'm not sure, but I have an idea. 24/7? That's a quick way to make people hate you and not support you. Yes, but that's exactly what I said. What if there is a specific someone? Not any one of the people, but someone that monetarily and kinda cheatingly support you. That you don't need anyone of the normal support. Then would you care? Probably not. The spirit mediums of Kurai once held considerable sway in the political world. Judging by his slogan, maybe that's what he's after. Great, so it's just on a politician seeking powerful connections. The ability to commune with the dead gives a comfort to those anxious about the future. Tiny Kurai has preserved in its independence by the Queen's power of spirit channeling. You should still care, cause it only takes a little for the masses to revolt. Oh, definitely. But we have already met this guy. He doesn't give a damn. He does not give a damn. So I absolutely understand that the people would revolt. But he don't care. He must play a similar role in this village. Yes, even today many here revere those with spirit mediums, blood flowing in their veins. So basically, as Paul Atherson benefactor goes, so goes the whole village. Who is this benefactor? Who can hold this much sway over Kurain village? Well, we should get going now. But thank you for all your help, Pills. You're welcome, Mr. Polo. Please take care. What do you say we go and find the cake, son? Since there are orbs might finally be within our grasp. This treasure hunt is shaping up to be a real deal. Really gets the blood pumping, doesn't it? Well, what are we waiting for? Let's go. Let's go. Damn, Daruk standing there like, oh, this is a normal day in my life, and Apollo there is, I am going to hell. I might not be the most fit person, but I don't think I would be like Apollo at least. Even his hair is swaying. Here I am, all out of breath. Oh, come on now, that was nothing. You're much younger than I am. I don't normally get this much exercise. Then he would become the king of nothing, so man in power seems to forget a fundamental thing. With no king leader, there is no country, or similar basic, no unity. But without any people, there can't be no leader. Exactly. There is many people that forget that. And there is many, especially rich people that forget that a lot recently, on everywhere. And yeah, there is just shit going on. But I absolutely understand what you mean. I have the same commentary often when I think about that. It's a bit difficult being the one that is on top when there is nothing to be on top of. I need a break. No, I'm fine. Daruk, look, there's Smith mammals growing in that cave over there. This might be where the doctor was last night. Let's take a look inside. Mount Mitma Cave. I can't see a thing. Relax, your eyes will adjust eventually. Now follow me. I really think we need a flashlight, Daruk. Should have brought one along then, son. Here comes the dungeon crawler. Here, use mine. I don't know why this is so like comical for me. Just Daruk talking to Apollo, Apollo talking to Daruk, and then the third person here. You could use mine. Like, who the fuck are you? Thanks. Wait. What are you holding out on me? Talking to Apollo. You. Well, someone just pushed me. Apollo. Is someone trying to run away? Or is someone actually... What is happening? Are you alright, son? Yeah, it looks like someone got a drop on us. Quite literally. But who? I mean, we could have died from that fall. I don't know. Well, I don't think we'll be getting out the way we came in. Like we're in a pretty deep cave. Nothing to do but press on, son. How can you even see in here? Oh, come on, let's go. Hey, wait. One false step and we're dead. What in the world should we do? Fucking go forward. I guess we keep going. Must be some path for Dr. Buff to follow when he came in inside the orb. Right, by the way, it looks like our attacker left us with a useful parting gift. Oh yeah, that definitely works. So I guess someone managed to find the orb before us. From lawyer to spelunker. How do I always get myself into these situations? We're never going to make it out alive, I hope you know. Don't tell me you're scared, son. We're just getting started. The greatest treasure are only we've ever found at the point of a blade, or the edge of a cliff. Yeah, sure. If I'd known I'd wind up in the bottom of a dark, damn cave, I would have never taken your request, Daruk. Save your breath, Apollo. Just keep heading on foot, putting one foot ahead of another. It's about having the survival instinct of a deer in front of a headlamp. Wait, who? You mean the Rook walking straight forward, or Apollo that just gives up? Well, we'll find one before you know it, you'll see. I guess we don't. Those two schmucks, both of them. Fair enough. I can't choose between both. So I'm choosing both. May 16, 2 years later. Jesus. We have been walking for over an hour. It's like a mason here. I couldn't get back to where we started if I wanted to. Yeah, this game's go deeper than I thought. Wait, don't tell me there's really no way out. Where there is will, there is a way. Yeah, even the optimist. Ever the optimist, aren't you? Maybe we should cut our losses while we're still now. Forge ahead. Why not? Like, we're already walking, and if anyone is trying to find us, we're still not where we're supposed to be before, so... Fuck it, I guess. How did I get stuck wandering around in a dark cave again? It's definitely not in my job description. Listen, son. Only the truly accomplished have the luxury of being so choosy. When I was just starting out, I did everything from street performing to yak milk. And that helped to become an accomplished attorney? How? Well, there is a will, there is a way, and sometimes a big fat wall in the way. Okay, I love the rhyme of that. Oh, I love the rhyme of that. That is brilliant. Oh, I'm probably gonna forget it, but I want to remember that one forever. Where there's a will, there is a way, and sometimes there's a big fat wall in the way. Yeah. I love that one. I didn't. But when you need to earn a living, take any job just to survive. Say, how is your career going, by the way? Oh, that was the wrong person. Say, how is your career going, by the way? Well, it's been a harrowing adventure so far, to say the least. My first trial really put me through the ringer. And my next case had me investigating a pair of stolen panties. And just when I was hitting my stride, this one prosecutor branded me as her forehead. Going through some memories. Oh, and there is this other ridiculous prosecutor who wields a samurai sword. Sounds like you're seeing quite a bit. You're telling me. Listen, Apollo. I'm sorry I didn't contact you for so long. It's fine, Derek. What happened? What happened happened. Oh. Careful. The ground doesn't feel as solid here. What? Yikes, the cave floor is collapsing. Oh. That sounds bad. Okay, that sounds better. I can definitely say falling into water is better than falling onto solid ground. Huh? Daruk? Where the hell are we? Huh? Where are we? Whoa. What is this place? This place looks like the shrine that... The weirdest all of that would be the stolen panties. Yeah, it is basically her Trucy Wright's magic panties. Oh, I also just realized who the hell stole them. It was a goddamn scholar. And yes, I call him scholar because it was basically a... Oh yeah, I can also see footprints actually. Now when you mention it. But basically it was a someone that is probably a good student because he was basically dressed as a goddamn scholar with hat and all. And he stole both her panties and some old woman's panties just because he couldn't figure out the magic trick of how Truce's panty works. Because her panties basically contains everything and can contain everything. It is like basically a bag of holding. So he decided I need to figure out how they work and decide to steal them. He even had a goddamn speech on that in that game about how we had to figure out the mystery of women's panties. I'm like, good lord. You might be a good student, but you need to get out. Yeah, I remember that. Just meant that of all he's gone through, that was the oddest. I can definitely agree, yeah, like, some of them have been odd with the sense of a samurai and, or like, everyone just calling him Mr. Forehead. But yeah, dealing with someone's stolen panties, absolutely. That is like more of weird oddity than, oh, we have a samurai here. I was shocked too. These ruins look old. It's not exactly something you'd expect to find in the middle of a cave system, that's for sure. Maybe the doctor hid the orb around here. I mean, those looks like footprints over there. I kinda hope that we're the one that actually find the orb, and the other guy did not find the orb because he did not know where to go. Son, I think our little adventure is about to pay a dividends. Time to find that orb. Okay, we're moving out to play. Well, the first thing would be checking this thing. This box looks pretty new. I'm guessing the doctor is the one who brought it down here. It's no good. It is locked tight. There's no way to open it? Doesn't look like it. There isn't even a keyhole. Which means I'm going to court today. What for? What's the crime? The most heinous crime, stolen panties. Yeah, exactly. Like, excuse me? You heard me. Alright, fair enough. The funny part is it's still theft, but hearing it in court would be like, huh, alright. Which means there must be some trick to opening it. We'll have to figure it out if we want to see what's inside. Well, can't we just take the box with us and actually try to open it? Is that a water bottle? What is that? What's a plastic? Oh, there is a water bottle. Plastic bottle doing here. There's seaweed stuck on it, so which means it probably came from the ocean. It's possible this cave connects to the sea somehow. Alright, are we going out that way then, I guess? These have got to be the doctor's footprints. Imagine putting that on your CV for accomplishment. Yes, I've been an attorney and my greatest accomplishment is finding the thief of stolen panties. That stole panties. Like... Alright. Like, my only reaction to that would actually be alright, because I can't say, huh, you don't have really a good accomplishment, because you still managed to do the thing you were supposed to do in court. But just, huh, alright. That is what you did, and that's what was happened. It's more of a sense of you didn't choose this, but you got dragged into it. And it still happened for you. They matched the bottoms with the boots we saw in the study. Has it made it all the way down here? The water's washed most of them away, but the footprints are everywhere. Really? Because these are the only set I see. I must have been looking for something. Ah, those prints. They're coming out of that lake. You're right. What would mean... That would mean Dr. Buff came walking out of the water. Let's check the water then. This lake looks really deep. I can't even see the bottom. Bottomless lake in the depth of a mountain cave system. My blood runs cold at the thought of falling in there. The water, if it's salty. This lake may very lead to the ocean. Same. I would be so dumbfounded that I would just take it at face value with question mark on my face. Yeah, it's like, yeah, you're right, this is accomplishment. Excuse me, I look confused like hell though. Didn't Pearl mention something about the ocean? Like how it's on the other side of the mountain? Can't imagine she meant it literally. It's a big stone altar. One false move and some god might come and smite us. Oh, come on, it's not all doom and gloom. I dare you look at our surroundings and say that again, Baruch. You got me there, son. Dear gods, please smite me now. Ooh, look, log. Driftwood. How do I get in here? By drifting on it, I assume. The only question is from where? Well, you already explained from where before, so what more do you want me to actually say about that? Ah, they must have fallen from up there. So that's the hole we fell through. Doesn't look like we were going back that way. Look, we'll survive the fall from way up there. Well, as long as it was water down underneath you, you would probably survive that better than solid ground. Indeed, if that hole had been above the lake, it would have been history. You passed out the moment you hit the water. Damn, his defense mechanism. I can't swim. Water just touch his big toe, he just faints. Yeah, well, water's not really my thing. Or height. Or dogs. Or the sun. This cave is a solid rock all around. Looks like we either go back through that hole or find some other way around. Why am I always between a rock and a hard place? Let's sum up what we know so far. The orb is almost definitely inside this box contraption that we can't open. As for this cave, doesn't seem to be any way out. We're this close to the orb. Come on, son. Don't be like that. It's just a bit bad luck, that's all. Damn, I booted up Wuthering Waves and it's just drowned out this stream. Damn. Fair enough. I've never actually touched Wuthering Waves. I've seen some commercial of this, but I've not touched that. Most of the gacha and like mobile games I'm touching right now is the sky glows red, I think it's called, or burns red. I think it's burns red. I play it now and then, but it's a lot of like RPG kind of style game that with a lot of story, so it is like a game whenever you have a lot of time, it feels like. So I do sometimes some events there and stuff like that. I do play Girls Frontline 2. I like that game. It's like basically like an XCOM turn-based strategy game. I like that that combat style, to be honest, of the game. And I also have Starseed, which is basically just waifu game. I can't say anything else about that. It's just waifu. That's all. It's pretty good. And honestly, the combat is better than Genshin. Fair enough. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger, right? Yeah. I would guess yes. Only as long as you actually survive it. I can laugh at a time like this. Stuck here for now. Might as well try to open this thing. Okay, let's see what we're dealing with. Actually, kind of true. If we can't go anywhere, we can at least spend some time trying to actually figure out this thing. Alright. So this is basically a what is it called? It's not a Da Vinci's hex. What are those code tubes called? I forgot the names. They had a very specific name, but I forgot what they were called. I saw one not too long ago and said the name, but I always forget it. Take a look at this one. It's the picture of a dragon battling a tiger. Oh, yeah, you also forgot. Like, this is like a name that, you know, cryptex. Now I remember, it's called a cryptex. Or something similar. I think it was called a cryptex. For some reason I wanted to say something with cipher, but I couldn't find anything. But I think it was Cryptex. Or something similar. Cryptex, yes! I was right. I managed to figure it out without actually using anything. I don't know why, but for me that's an achievement. This green and purple one. There's a Vacurin's butterfly and Mythma. I wonder if the clues of figuring out how to open this box. Easy. Here we go. When dragon and tiger battle, when the butterfly embrace a Mythma, offer their prayers whirl as fire, descending upon it in all glory. Easy. I already managed to figure this thing out. There's a big button here. Huh, nothing happened. I found it. It just as you said it. So I did double whammy of. Oh right, that was the name. Yeah, that's fair enough. It might just be on the second, and it's like, oh yeah, it actually is. It's like something of you might not remember, but when you hear it, it's like, oh yes, I have heard that before. It appears this box uses picture-based combination block. We'll have to arrange the pictures on each side in the correct sequence. Let's see. There's the dragon and tiger fighting a Vacurin's butterfly with Mythma. And a number of other pictures too. Derek, I was thinking, maybe we should check the evidence we collected so far. I think we have something that just might help us open it. You read my mind, son. Yeah, like...
Take that!
There we go. Dr. Buff's research notes mentioned the Song of Ceremony. Which is actually kind of interesting because the other guy said that this is not the founder's orb. It is basically the orb of someone Fey. I don't remember which name. Sai Fey or something. Which is kind of interesting because if this box can only be opened with this the Song of Ceremony, that means it actually come from Kurain. Like Kurain. Why does both places have the same name, but except that one has an apostrophe or something on it? I think you're right on to something, son. Okay, let's give it a shot. Let's go! Each dial has 6 pictures, and there are 4 dials in all. This box should open once the pictures are arranged in the right order. Okay, puzzle box, here comes justice. Okay, so first was the tiger and those battles. This one, offer thy prayer to a flame. Okay, wait, hold on. Oh. I was not supposed to press that button. Yeah, I know. When they're arranged properly, I know. Just bugger off, please. I thought I saw something with a flame somewhere. Okay, let's check again. Offer thy prayers as a fervent as fire, only then shall the Holy Mother return. Descending upon us in all her glory, the founders bestow the greatest power known. Oh, that is probably bestowing power. So, which is what the one... This one? It looks like she's appearing, which is kind of odd with the tiger being there, but... That's the only thing I can see with only her. Nope, apparently not. Oh, I'm stupid. You can do half of this. Okay, yeah, I think it's like this. Because basically, she basically appears. But it cannot be her and a tiger or them or that. But it can be that. I don't know why it didn't click to me that it did half a turn each time. I am confused of how this thing works now. Because if it actually opens like that but can turn around, that's interesting. It opened. So this is the Founder's Orb. Oh, I did it, son. The orb is finally ours. What the crap? I increased the volume on my speaker and decreased the volume on my game down to 40%. Still drowning on the stream. I don't know. It being odd. To be honest, sometimes Twitch is odd with its volumes as well. I lower someone's volume sometimes when doing things in the background. And when I get to an ad, they basically decide to do max volume because, oh, we're not gonna, like, check what volume you had. Well, what can you say? Finders keepers. We got the orb now. Alas, the Founder's Orb is ours. And it's all thanks to you, son. Well done. But again, I'd expect nothing less from my boy. It's not a big deal. Don't sell yourself short. You may think it is nothing, but your insight and reasoning let us hear. I say that's truly impressive. I don't know about that. All those battles you fought in the courtroom have shaped you to the man you are today. Reloading the stream didn't help. Fair enough. I have no idea. I might just be quiet. Who knows? I couldn't be prouder. Will you cut it already? Before I turn into a sun-ripe tomato, a ripened tomato. With this orb, I can finally deliver a fatal blow to the Grand regime. So, how exactly do you plan on using this? Oh, don't be ridiculous. I don't need supernatural powers like that. So then, are you going to use it as a bargaining chip with the Queen Garan? Like demanding the abolishment of the Defense Culpability Act? Well, that thought had crossed my mind, but the main thing is returning this to the Kingdom of Kurai. After all, as a sacred relic treasure of Kurainism, but that is where it belongs. Really? That's all you wanted to do? Because my tried true objective has always been to find out who asked Dr. Buff to study it and why. I'm not sure I follow. Yeah, that is true, because it was stolen from Kurain, and now someone asked the doctor to actually check it, which means that someone took it and gave it to him. So the curious thing is, who did that and who stole the orb? The official story is that the orb was stolen from the temple treasure room. Yeah, I heard about that on the news. They also said your group was behind the theft. Oh, that's not good. We're probably on that international most wanted list now. Let me ask you something, Apollo. Who do you think really stole the orb? I really have no clue. Well, I think it was one of the royals. Really? Someone from the royal family? Yeah. I got a pretty good reason on which one it was. Knows who it is? Care to share your hunch? All I say is at this point is this. Security is pretty tight, but the royals have unfeathered access to the treasure room. Plus, they seem to be turning a blind eye to the orb's loss. But why would a member of the royal family do that? That I haven't figured out yet. But whatever the reason, it can't be good. I mean, Kurain is royalty, stealing a national treasure of such a religious significance. And the pinning of the crime on us, the defiant dragon. Sounds like a conspiracy or something. I agree. And if the truth were to come out to light, it would be the scandal of an epic proportion. To allow a foreign national to study a treasure of the sacred that is off limits to the public. It was seen as an utter sacrilege to those who truly revere the Holy Mother. So, if this were to go public, support of the Grand regime would weaken. But that's not all. This is just a hunch. But I believe there is something even bigger here. Something that would explain why the orb was being studied in the first place. Something that will shake the kingdom of Kurain to its very core. And I'm going to find out what and what. He's probably right. His intuition is usually spot on. Daruk, why are you so bent on revolution anyway? Is it to reform the legal system, Kurain? There is that. But I'm also doing this for my children. I want to save Naitha. What do you mean? This is for your ears only. It is the other reason why this revolution needs to succeed. So what does the sad monk have to do with everything? I never thought our reunion would take place in a courtroom. And he's still as stupid as ever. Oh, so you run into each other already? Yeah, but it was like he was a different person. He was a dick. That's what he was. He used to be such a kind, cheerful kid. Always smiling and stuff, but now... And the hidden truth is the whole religious is a massive scam. Complete lie, utter garbage. I wouldn't say the whole religion. Because to be honest, they are capable of channeling spirits. They are capable of showing the memories of spirits. But whoever believes in it right now and is looked up upon believing it, that definitely would be the massive scam. Or sham. Or something. I've tried to convince Trucy for a... Oh. I tried to convict Trucy for a crime she didn't even commit. Plus, he kept telling me I had to putrid mind and let it go and move on. And who said that has to do with a religion? Fair enough. I just expected because you said the whole religious is a massive scam. But fair enough. The religious might be a scam, but the religion is not a scam. That's actually true. I just realized the difference. Has it really gotten that bad? Another big Guram's influence. He wasn't like that when he first stepped into courtroom. Back then, he still had a keen sense of justice. A vow to bring the Guram regime down and reform the legal system. That's what he swore to do, but that was also 5 years ago. He'd been in the shining star of the Defiant Dragons and our greatest hope. Wait, Naitha was a dragon? He was. But these days it's more like Garan's lapdog. Talk about about face. Why would he do that? Something must have happened to him. Something that sparked a radical change. Still, I don't think he truly believes the new path has been just taken. It's not conviction that fills his heart, it is resignation and despair. Well, I would say his sad monk part, then it's probably a good idea to call him that. The only thing I know for sure is Nathan is suffering, and is suffering in silence. Naitha is suffering? Yes, he knows the rightful state of Kuran's legal system. But something forced him to bend to Garan's will and tearing him apart. But it's been 5 years. Do you really think he even still wants to reform the legal system? As long as he carries what I've taught him in his heart, I do. Oh, hold on. It's like saying giving birth is a blessing from God, which we know is complete bullshit, but same here. Just because they can perform the divination and all that, it's only the religion that says it has to do it with it and their God, but most likely it has nothing to do with it. Not true. I can understand now what you mean. They have the power of doing it, but it doesn't mean that whoever they are praying for is the one that gave it to them. Fair enough. Absolutely fair enough. Now I understand what you mean. A dragon never yields. That's what you always told us. I did. It's a belief held since back when I was lawyer. The dragon stands at the pinnacle of the natural world. Nothing and no one can bend its will. That's why we lawyers must pursue the truth like an unyielding dragon, right? Must fight for the truth to the bitter end, no matter what it takes. Luke and Mr. Wright, they have that much in common. That's why I held on to this badge, even though there are no more lawyers in Kudai. I believe that one day our legal system will return to its former glory. And this badge here is a testament to that belief. I wonder if Nerthas still believes in what you thought us. It does. That much I'm sure of.
A dragon never yields.
I can definitely say I don't really have his voice, but I don't damn. I don't give a damn. I know that belief is itched deep in his heart. I bet my life on it. After all, he is my flesh and blood. Guess unshakable faith and confidence. That's what draws people to you, whether they like it or not. Even people like me. Are you the one that is like, I don't like, but I do it anyway? Also, why is he like... To be honest, it kinda looks very cozy, but why is he like chilling his arm like that all the time? Because it kinda looks like he has broken it or something. You know, I remember back when we were kids. Natha used to say with great pride, I have the blood of the dragon within me. Ah yes, that's why I want to free him. Free him from the poisonous clutches of the Grand Regime. So that's your other reason for starting a revolution? Ah yes, I need to smack some sense into that boy of mine. I do love that, like, he's probably suffering alone, but I need to smack some sense into him. Tell me what else a father's for. I wouldn't know. Ouch, I guess. Some samurai did similar thing, but he's not a samurai, so it does look like he's broken his arm. Yeah, to be fair, it kind of looks like nice and cozy for the arm to just rest there, but it's also it's like, why? Like for example, like I played Final Fantasy, where Sid, for example, has his two swords on his side. He sometimes rests his arm on the swords, but that kind of is like, they are there, they are a good position, and his arm is basically there. So it's kind of the same rest he has now, except a bit more to the side, and that works. This is more like, I put my arm in front. Why? Because I like to have it there. I'm cradling it like a baby. Well, we're not going back the way we came, that's for sure. Probably should have prepared for spelunking then. That hole we fell through is way too high to climb back up to. Actually, I have an idea. That lake water tastes salty, which means it must connect to the ocean. Wait a second. You are not suggesting we swim our way out of here? That's exactly what I'm suggesting. But we have no idea how deep the lake goes. It's pitch black down there. Not a problem. How is that not a problem? I mean, how do you even know if there's a real passage to the ocean? Well, one of us has to try, and I'm the better swimmer. Yo! I did not read what he said because I wanted to make his saying so fast that we didn't have time to actually react. And he's gone! He's gone. I sure hope he knows what he's doing. May 16, Mount Mitama. Kuraini's ruins. It's been 20 minutes. I hope he's okay. I hope we will be okay. What's going on? Volcanic eruption? Uh-oh. Oh! Right. The water's rising. It's rising. Oop. Well, this is not good. We can't swim. Well, I don't know how to swim. You don't grab onto something that floats. Well, that's easy. Driftwood. Is it jumping right now? Driftwood. This is bad. I better think of something. Well, to be fair, if you grab the driftwood, you can actually float up. Please, could it, like... Move! My goddamn widget thing is, like, in the way of my chat. There we go. Goddamn. This is bad. I better think of something quick. The bottle! The bottle will work. Oh, I got it. As long as I hold on to this, I should be able to stay afloat. Do you want to drink some water? Probably not jumping, but bouncing from buoyancy. Probably. It just looks like he just reached the bottom and just jumps up. Won't be long before it reaches the roof of the cave. Well, you have a floating device right now. So in a sense it would be good because you would reach the hole you came from and go out that way. Hey, maybe I can use this like an oxygen tank. Wait, what am I thinking? I need to stay calm and be more rational about this. No use. The hole's still too high up. I have to find another way and quick before I drown. Didn't you take the log? Don't you... What are we looking at for even? We have the log already. Oh, we need this thing, I think. Puzzle box is still at the base of the altar. It must have been designed to stay there, even at high tide. Wait, that's it. Dr. Buzz must have gotten in here from some oceanside entrance at low tide. That's why his footprints were leading out of the lake. So it really does connect the ocean. Not that it helps. I drown before I make it out. That's probably why he decided to go out at that moment. Yeah, look, you can reach now. Go! The water's just high enough for me to reach the hole. I'm saved. All I have to do is go back to the way I came. The water might even lift me all the way back up to over that wall of rock. There it goes. Blub, blub, blub. Oh, okay, that's not good. Oh, it's full of rubble. The tunnel collapsing above must have filled it in after we fell through. This... Alright, we're stuck here. Ow? Nope, can't give up now. Refuse to die here. Water. Oh, how much water is it? Is this the end? Probably. Well, if it takes him 20 minutes to go there, then damn, he's good at holding his breath. I would have eaten that sushi if I'd known it would be my last meal. I believe we've been through this before. Ah, now I remember. It was back when all three of us were living in that shack in the mountains. Nyatha and were playing by the riverside when we got swept up in the rapids. I thought we're goners, but then... And none of them touched water ever again. Not even bathing. And he's just laughing. This is kind of a nice picture though. He looks 100% like a girl as a child. Yes, I can absolutely agree, because I look there and it's like, you don't look like a guy. Like, Nyata doesn't look like a guy when they were young. At least, like, in front, perhaps. Because, like, the eyes and face kind of is like, okay, you do look like a guy. But if you just look at the hair and the eyebrows, like a bit of the shape of the face, it's like, you look like a girl. I'm glad I was the only one, I was not the only one that had basically that thought. I just looked there and was like, that doesn't look right. This isn't forever, right? You'll bring me back from America someday, right? Of course, I'll come pick you up as soon as things settle down here, I promise. Okay, I promised. Yeah, I'm not doing the voices now for the back flashback here right now. Rook, I waited and waited for the day you'd come and take me home. But you never came. That's why I tried to forget about you. From the front, he just looked like a boyish girl. From the side, a girlish girl. Fair enough, actually, yeah. I can definitely agree there. He didn't return because, as he said, he was gonna grab you when everything calmed down. It didn't fucking calm down for 20 goddamn years. Apollo, can you hear me? The Rook? Still can't swim, eh? You came back? Why? I said I'd come for you, didn't I? Yeah, but you can't all hold me and swim. We're both going to... stop talking. You'll bite your tongue. What? Was that just to make him stop talking and being understandable that he needs to hold his breath? Oh, let me guess, there's like a current that drags them through to the other side, which still could be very dangerous. Just like hitting the rocks on the way out. Ugh. Ugh. Where... I finally came to, son. Get your fill of seawater. Good thing your name's not Neptune, huh? I love that joke because it's actually called Apollo. The Rook? You're not telling me. Check it out, snot coming out from this one. This nose. What a miraculous escape. Not even some of the escape artists greatest could pull that off. Of course, how else would water leave the cave? It would be filled otherwise. Yeah, exactly. It would be a current that goes out. At least when the water is sinking, then yes, there would be a current that goes out. If the water was basically rising, then the current would go inwards. So it would depend on which time of day it was. If it was very quickly, it can go in and out. But if it's like tide and stuff, it would basically have to probably be there for like until sunrise or something. Isn't that how it works? I don't know fully how tide and stuff works, but most of the times I'm just like one in the morning, one in the evening and stuff like that. What on earth happened? Oh, so it took me so long, son. I made it to the ocean, but I figured you still couldn't swim. So I found a local fisherman and had him take us near the undersea cabin. He tied a rope to me and came and grabbed you. Then he yanked me back. That really does explain it, actually. Oh, so that's what pulled us under with such a force. Don't forget about me. I assisted you in your escape act too, Polly. I've helped compatriots escape from all sorts of places. Mountain jails, island prisons. But an undersea cabin. Now that was a first. Druk, he risked his life for me. Druk, I'm only alive because of you. Thank you. Oh, welcome. I did what any father would have done for his son. I do love that he actually cares, but at the same time, they haven't seen each other for, I don't know, 20 years, something. That is, like, kinda awkward between them. I guess seawater doesn't make much of a meal. Oh, it's because Polly didn't have any sushi. Oh yeah, I haven't eaten anything since this morning. What time is it? Oh, that's right. Hey, AJ. Look, help me buy this for ya. More sushi. All this sushi. I've said it before. The one I recognize is basically the one with the egg, the one with all the different fishes, and probably the rolls all the way in the back. The other two rolls on the left, like left closest to us, so left closer here, I don't recognize. I've tried to make a sushi roll. The rice was way too wet, so it actually soaked down the seaweed, and everything tasted seaweed. It was nasty as hell. Everything inside was fine because I basically make a sausage egg roll with like rice and seaweed, and basically, yeah, it was too much. I recognized some of them at least, because like for example with the fish eggs and stuff, but where I worked, I know that we didn't do anything that looked like the 4 that is on the left there, but everything else was made. That I know. To be honest, I think Maki was roll, but I don't remember what the other one was called. I kind of forgot. To be honest, I've only been working there a month. It was fun though. I'm probably not gonna go back to working like in a place like that. Well, if I need to, then perhaps, but not in a sense of like long term. But it was probably one of the best places to work because I didn't have to work with damn people. Oh, speaking of, I haven't mentioned this. Yo, Maestro, you remember the store I worked at in the beginning of, well, last year? Yeah, thanks. I'm just gonna... Yeah, you remember that. It actually closed down a bit under November, December. It actually has closed down now. We all said it would. It has. Wow, it's delicious. I don't know why I sound so happy about it, but to be honest, everyone could see it. You can't have it here. Yeah, not surprised at all. Yeah, no one was surprised. Not my father, not me. Probably not the ones that used to work there, which one of them is me. I can understand the other still stands because it's more popular, even though it doesn't look as fancy or new. But yeah, no one of us was surprised. I think last time you mentioned that, it looked like it was gonna close. I thought that, but around October somewhere, but you weren't 100% sure. Yeah, that was mostly because it's as something we discussed when I still worked there. There is no good lighting there, which means that it always looks like it's closed. Because it's so dark inside that it looks like a mirror. So basically it always looks closed. I know that around October there, they actually put up one of these electronic signs, so people actually could see we have open, this is what we have. And yeah, 1-2 months after, they decided, fuck this, apparently we can't save this even though we believe in our stupidity. Glad you approve. I better get some before you eat them all. It's like old times. The Rook used to slice up the fish he caught and we'd all eat fresh sashimi together. So yeah, basically when we were going to Gothenburg 2 weeks ago. Was it 2 weeks ago? Hold on, when was it? I feel it was like 2 weeks ago. Yeah, basically last weekend. Not the one that was... No, wait, hold on, I'm doing the wrong one. Yeah, basically last weekend. When we got to Gothenburg. We went past there and I just realized, look, they're actually saying it's closed. So that's why I'm saying November, December, because yeah, it was in the middle of December. Used to talk about all the vitamins and minerals packed in the raw fish. Yeah, they tried doing the things that might work in a bigger city. Still not 100% it would, but doing that is in the smaller places is just dumb. Yeah, it's like what my co-worker said when he also worked there before I started working. That if it is a slow day, you can basically just wait for anything to happen because, well, when it comes people, it comes people. But when our team chief came by, he basically is like, what is happening here? Like, why is nothing happening? We don't get customers. Well, go out there and give out some you know, cards, basically. I was like, do you think shit like that will help? Like, it will not help. And guess what? It did not help. So it's as I say, like, what they believe in is how good the big cities do, and every city should be able to do that. It's as I discussed. They basically, in the end, wanted me to try and at least have a goal of 20,000. Because they felt like having my 6,000, 10,000 was low. But I was basically just realistic. I have been there, I knew how many people came in. I can't say set an unrealistic goal. Because yes, a goal is something you want to reach by basically doing your best, fighting for it and stuff like that. But you can't set an unrealistic goal because then you're basically just punishing yourself. So, from their point of view is, as long as they can get 20,000, everyone else should be able to get 20,000, and that doesn't work. Basically, the place I trained at had more people coming on a slow day, and they basically straight up told me, like, yeah, it's very slow with people, but they're coming. Yeah, today was extremely slow. I'm like, that's still more people than a normal day for me. Hey, by the way, let me tell you about the orb, AJ. Oh, tell me? Wait. Oh, let me see that orb. I read that wrong. Whoa, that's what it looks like. You found the legendary treasure. Nice work, Polly. Thanks. Guess you could say mission accomplished. Now let's get out of here before Paul Attison actually trying to steal that from us. With the orb, our revolution can take big step forward. Let's celebrate the eve of our revolution. We all get all dressed up and feast till dawn. Yeah, now you're talking. Time to party. After all that, I just want to go to bed. But it can't be this easy because someone is looking for it and someone scared the goddamn professor. Sure, wish Nyatha was here. Maybe one day we'll enjoy times like these together again. The revolution. It can bring back those happy days. You can sign me up for... Sorry to interrupt your little party, but I am here for my crystal. Yeah, because he believes it's his crystal. Because it's the crystal of Amy Faye, I think it was. It's him again. Well done, then again, I always knew you could do it. After all, we politicians must excellent judges of characters. I have nothing to say about this because there's nothing to say about this. That's just dumb. Oh, I knew you could get it for me. You didn't ask us to get it for us. Yes, but I was expecting you to actually go and get it. Can I slam dunk this orb to his face? Please? Still, I'm impressed. You both made it out there alive. Wait a second. You're the one who shoved us in that pit. Just trip one of the carriers and he'll faceplant his stupid little box. I would do that, but to be honest, I'm pretty certain the carriers are also in pain. So I would just try to ask them to drop it. I wouldn't trip the carrier, because then would you just be mean to the carrier, and the carrier is already in pain. I don't think they basically like what they're doing. I think they're somehow forced to do this. It sounds so bad when you say it like that. How do you want me to say it then? You try to kill us? Does that sound better for you? All I did was give you a little nudge in the right direction. Honestly, I think the one you trip would be thankful, because he would have a reason not to carry the box anymore. Okay, kinda makes sense in a way. It's like they lay down, now they can have a rest. Don't wake them up until midnight. So, it was you. Okay, he is gonna kill someone. Do you need a weapon, or are you just gonna use your only hand right now? Jesus. You no good son of a... Alright, he apparently didn't even need to use his arm. He can actually have a death stare. He is now cursed with... I don't know, what would be bad? Something. Don't look at me like that. The crystal of Amy Faye is mine. I'll have it over. Over my dead body. Detective, help! Hi, detective. Do you want to look at his father's deadly stare? It's kind of amusing. Yeah, I know. Emma? What's going on here? He filled a police report. He claims you're trying to steal his family heirloom. That's him, the one, the long hair. Arrest him this instant. He's a thief that made off with the Artisan fam's most precious heirloom. Hold on, apparently Twitch didn't like something, and dumbass is not that bad of a word. The hell? Okay. Twitch, what in the world is up with you? I'm not allowed to apparently allow it. Twitch, you are having a stroke right now. Okay, I can read what you said, Maestro, but apparently I'm not allowed to allow that in my own chat. Alright, isn't Daruk in a high position, so this dumbass pushed someone like that? Well, isn't it a revolution? He's a thief that made it off with Assistant family's most precious heirloom. Well, I suppose I should ask you to come in for questioning. Down the police station. I think I'll pass. After all, Mr. doesn't seem bent on having me arrested on theft charge. This is not good. If the Rook gets arrested, he'll be sent back to Kurain to face execution. Sorry, but now that I know you have the crystal orb as you call it, I must insist. Will you please come with me, sir? Hold it! Emma, I'm afraid I can't let you take the Rook in. He received the orb from Dr. Buff in a perfectly legal transaction. Is that so? Can you prove it? Of course. Yeah, we actually have it. Is it this? Yeah, I agreed to hand over the Founder's Orb to the Defiant Dragons. Only issue, if I will come to no harm. And that is why someone killed the Professor, because, oh, so you will only give it to them if you actually come to no harm. Then I guess I'm just gonna kill you so I can get it myself. Take that! Take a look at this arrangement. What do we have here? Let's see. I agree to hand over the Founder's Orb to the Defiant Dragons if I will come to no harm. It appears to be a perfectly legal agreement. Not so fast! That's not the Founder's Orb. It's the crystal of Amy Faye, which means their argument is null and void. And you are to prove that how? The Professor definitely could prove it, but he is gone. You, on the other hand, have no say in this matter. This is going nowhere fast. You can say that again. And I'll just have to go to trial. Right, Apollo? Yeah. And this is why Mr. Wright is here. Well, I don't know when they got the crystal. Exactly. Mr. Wright? Daddy? Ah, what's with you two? You look like you just saw a ghost. Yeah. Never mentioned just seeing him around. What you doing in Kurain village, Mr. Wright? Miss Addison has retained me as his lawyer. Wait, you were his lawyer? Fair enough. This is what I remembered, by the way. Because I got so confused when I started. This chapter was like, hold on. He's still in Kurain. So, how do we meet each other here? But yeah, this is getting known. Yeah, he's his lawyer. To put it simply, this is the only one we have had in this game that is like this. But in the other games, we have had a murder, which means we have a prosecutor to get someone's ass in jail, and the defense to make sure that the person doesn't go to jail. But this thing is, as they're gonna explain later, is a legal dispute between two parties, which means a lawyer, because he wants to prove that it is his crystal, against a lawyer to prove it is not his crystal. And apparently they decided to choose our boss. Mr. Wright, why are you serving as Mr. Addison's lawyer? Because he hired me. He needed my help in getting a family heirloom back from Dr. Buff. And it seems he correctly foresaw that something like this might happen. Oh, so he foresaw that. Alright then. So you say he foresaw this? Huh. It's because those shifty insurgents were harassing Paul, Dr. Buff. So I knew I might need a lawyer if things went south. Oh yeah, so they harassed him. To be fair. To be fair, the note doesn't say save me or keep me safe. It basically is like either don't hurt me or keep me safe. We don't know which one. I get that. What I'm confused about is that Wright is gonna be against you and is representing that sleazy little sheet. Fair enough, yes. I don't know how he managed to find him, but apparently managed to find him. I figured with a celebrated lawyer like Phoenix Wright, it couldn't go wrong. Okay, that makes sense then. He is basically famous now, so you take the famous lawyer. Is that what you came back from Kurain for, Mr. Wright? That was just good timing. My work over there just happened to wrap up, so here I am. Plus, Mr. Addison is a very important client. They know each other? I never heard Mr. Wright mention his name before. Mr. Wright, are you sure this is Mr. Addison's family heirloom? That's my client's assertion. So he says it's the crystal of Amy Faye. Apparently it's the crystal she once used when channeling spirits. Who's Amy Faye? She brought Kurainism channeling to Japan, and her descendants brought it here. Her true origin are still rather murky. But what's clear is that she is the founder of the Kurain Channel technique. Oh, so she's like the one they call the founder in Kurain, the Holy Mother. No problem. I don't plan to betray my client's confidence. I may not know all the facts yet, but I do know we won't be handling the crystal over to you. What? Are you saying... I'm gonna have to take something to drink soon. I had a glass before, but it's empty. And I just feel like, yeah, I'm gonna be doing a lot of talking. Kuranese just sounds like the combined Chinese and curry. This is the religion of Chinese curry. Bend over the table and eat up. No, pray. No, bend. What could you kneel over the table and eat up? I don't know. I would say that's something. I'm really sorry that you come to this, but Mr. Wright, I don't understand. Let me spell it out to you then. If you continue to claim that the crystal belongs to your client, then I will be seeing you in court. What? What's gotten into you, Daddy? Nothing. This is strictly business. To be honest, that's fair. They might be from the same legal group, whatever. But they can still do this. Two lawyers from the same firm facing off. What are the odds? Lucky for me, I believe I have the right man for the job. Whatever are you going to do? Remember, he is your boss. And you think I give a damn? To be honest, the guy basically thought us, don't stop no matter what. So we are gonna face brick by brick. Well, brick against brick. How did it come to this? Mr. Wright, please don't do this. Apollo, there is no point in arguing about it here. When it's now clear, we're headed to court. Might be wrong here, but I don't think two opposing sides in court are allowed to be from the same firm, aren't there? Huh. Would make sense in the sense of what the guy just said here, that remember he is your boss. If you don't lose, he might actually fire you. So it would actually make sense that there might be some law. You know, like how cops aren't like allowed. I don't know if this is a real law or if this is just fake, but if there is a personal matter, they're not allowed to be on that case or whatever it's happening because they are too personally dragged in. So it might be the same thing there, that if they are from the same firm, they can't be that because then they basically have too much of a personal thing here. Conflict of interest, thank you so much and welcome NKNM. How are you doing? And also Happy New Year. But yes, conflict of interest. But yes, welcome. I hope you have a wonderful New Year, or a wonderful first day of your New Year. That's where will we find out who the crystal really belongs to. But at the same time, this is basically just fan play, so I guess no one's really giving a damn about it. I don't believe it. Am I really going to face Mr. Wright in court? Daddy, Apollo! No, we can't have our agents with talent competing against each other. It's too late, Trucy. The die has been cast. We each have to fight for a client's best interest. But... So, what's it going to be, Apollo? Are we going to have to take this to trial? I have to battle Mr. Wright in court? The legendary Phoenix Wright? Also, you just make it sound so much bigger. Because he is your boss. So in a sense, you are the student of the legendary, which means you are at least rare. So that doesn't make it too bad, I guess. I guess we just have to see them. No matter how many trials of his I've watched, no matter how dire the situation, he's always pulled out a win there. Yes, but that's because the win has always been the real win. As I said, he's trying to get to the truth. If the truth is that he actually is gonna lose, I guess he's just gonna lose. Can I do it? Can I really take on the man whose footstep I've been following in? I owe it to the Rook to at least try. What should I do? Throw in the towel! No, fuck it. Brick against brick. There's no turning back now. If it is a trial you want, Mr. Wright, I'm more than happy to oblige. I'm ready to fight for my client, even if it means facing off against you. I guess it's like, he said he has like a specific interest with the Atheson. I don't remember what the reason is, but I'm pretty certain Phoenix is actually technically a bit glad about this. Not in the sense of we need to face off against each other, but basically like giving it a test, like see how far he'd gotten. Because yeah, it does look serious now, but to be honest, I'm pretty certain it's just like, ooh, let's do this like a little test. Alright. I won't be pulling any punches either, Apollo. The kid gloves are officially off. May the best attorney win. You got it. Whoa, first Daddy, now you. Now everyone chill out. Holly, you're not seriously... Sorry, Trucy, but I have to do this. Apollo. Alright then, I will go prepared for it tomorrow. See you in court. Either that, or he is actually kind of blackmailed. Not like blackmailed, but the way he looked right now and the way he looks at us, it feels like there is something like he doesn't want to, but they have to. Because technically he could just probably say like, oh, I don't want your money. Okay, you're gonna have to find another attorney. But something is basically keeping him to do this. No, wait! Oh, she is running off.
A fine mess I've gotten you into, son. I mean, of all the lawyers I've been faced, it had to be him. He's practically a celebrity in Kurai now. Call him the Fighting Phoenix.
I'll be fine. After all, I've come a long way too. Who knows? I could even end up winning. There's always a chance. Right?
You know, this may be a blessing in disguise. The trial proves that we found is indeed the Founder's Orb, and whoever asked the above to study it may be revealed too. This is our chance to finally pull them out of the shadows.
First step of your revolution, huh?
Yes, the revolution to restore Kurai into its former glory.
Rook, I swear to fight as hard as I can in court to make that a reality. We're going to win this one, you'll see.
I know who can do it, son.
I still want, like, I believe they're making a new game. There were rumors about it. But I hope at least Trucy and Apollo learn that they actually are siblings. Especially after these people making joke about marriage. I just sat there like, oh god. I have to win this for Druk. And for Nyata. I know I pronounce his name wrong, I don't give a damn. I call him Sad Man or Sad Monk. His salvation along with of all Kurai depends on it. We are gonna continue this. But you know what? I think I might just take a little break and actually go and get something to drink. So I'm gonna stick you here with the intro screen or the saving screen a bit, I think. Because I'm gonna get some more to drink. It's gonna get a bit quickly. So I'm just gonna stay here for a moment. It's Star Wars all over again. Hopefully to make it funny and slightly awkward. Yeah, absolutely, I hope that. And yes, you're right, it is basically Star Wars once again. But yeah, so I'm gonna be back in just a little moment. I just need more to drink because doing voices is really, really drying my throat a lot. There we go, and I'm back now. Luckily the kitchen, everything is not too far, so it's basically just gonna go down and make a little drink. There we go. Oh, my. There you go. Yes, continue the next chapter. I'm absolutely gonna do that. I'm not gonna stop now. That was pretty good. Oh, fair enough. As I said, like basically, I walk down the stairs, then it's like 3 meters to the kitchen. I already have a bottle. I fill the bottle. We have the soda machine in the hallway. Mostly because there is not really anywhere to have it in the kitchen. It's technically mine, so we used to have it upstairs because I'm the one that uses it. But because easier for everyone to reach, we put it downstairs. So I basically just fill it and go up the stairs and I'm done. To put it simply, everything is on the path, straight forward and backwards. I don't need to basically go to point A to point B and then back to point C. It's basically just a straight line for me.
Just so you know, I'm not going to take sides.
Message received, loud and clear.
Good, because I don't like this one bit. You and Daddy should be on the same team.
Sorry, Trucy. Wow, she's really pissed.
I'm sorry too, little lady. But this is all my fault.
I'm just worried things will never be the same between Daddy and Apollo.
Why? Like, as we said, normally, yes, two places from the same legal firm would not go against each other because, yeah, as NK here mentioned, conflict of interest. But in this place, if they are allowed to do that, I would basically just say that is just work. Technically, they get two incomes, and it isn't really like a goddamn in the middle of a street boxing fight. They don't do that to try and kill each other.
If they go through with this,
Is that all? Well, I wouldn't worry about that. That's the way it is with us men. We may fight, but we don't burn bridges.
That can happen at some point.
really?
Sure. 1 minute we're trading blows, and the next we're having drinks together. We're simple creatures at heart.
Okay, I can agree to that one, at least with me. I'm a simple creature.
I sure hope you're right. Sorry I'm late, Apollo.
Athena, there you are. What happened with you and Mr. Wright yesterday?
Oh, about that.
It ended up going to the wrong airport. Okay, then at least you weren't just lost. I thought you basically were going to the airport but somehow found yourself in the Amazonas jungle. Going to the wrong airport, that at least is at least like normal. You might like, oh, I need to go to airport Babalu, and you went to airport Boobaloo instead. Why did I name it that? Generally he's correct, but it depends on the circumstances. Yes, I can agree, like there are things like, no, we can definitely not like see each other anymore with this, like it doesn't work at all, and yeah, it depends on the circumstances. I would absolutely agree there.
I was waiting there thinking his flight was really late, and before I knew it, I dozed off. By the time I woke up, I was already dawn.
Figures something like that had happened. Being late and dozing off are the two things you're best to do. Guilty as charged, and she doesn't deny it. So then, I take it you have no idea what today's case is about?
No clue, sorry. What is today's case about, if I might ask?
Well, she is prepared for anything that has to do with death. Sorry, strike 3, you're out. It's a civil case.
A civil case? You act like I'm speaking Swahili here. It's just the writing is specialized in criminal law, or so I thought. In civil cases, there are no prosecutors, right? Instead, both parties retain an attorney.
Right. And the other attorney is someone you know very well.
Really? Who?
The trial will begin shortly. Please proceed to the courtroom at once. Wait, are you gonna be my assistant partner in this one, or? Oh, she's gonna go in for a shock. If she's our partner in this place, she's gonna go in for a shock.
But wait, who's the other attorney? And where is Mr. Wright?
No time to explain. Let's go. Okay, right behind you. Okay, she's helping us. Good. She is in for a real-ass shock. But I will Yeah, no time. Apparently no time to explain who is actually the other one. Or he wants to mess with her and actually let her see for herself the impending doom we have. Right, it's simple. Right, it's the other thorny. There, simple. Yeah, it is. But it's not as funny. I would basically just not tell her until she saw for herself. Why? Because funny. Call this our session. Oh, Yep. Is this some sort of practice session? A mock trial, perhaps? No, it's not, Your Honor. It's a real deal, Your Honor. So then you have to have had a falling out? No? I won't have you using my courtroom for that, you know? It's nothing like that, Your Honor. Am I too loud? I'm trying to see that. I don't think I'm too loud. Exactly. This just happens to have different clients in this case. Oh, I see. My hair is hoping this has no adverse effect on your working relationship. Well, then it's you and Trucy. I don't know about Athena, but I'm pretty certain she's sweating bullets about having Right here as an enemy right now. You can say that again. I had no idea we'd be going up against the boss today. He sure is good. You sure this is a good idea, Paula? What? You want to switch sides? Honestly, I'd rather be anywhere but here right now. But technically, I am actually his lawyer. That doesn't mean she needs to be here, so you are free to go, I guess. Well, at least she is here. She is here. Really going to need her help. Mr. Justice. Yes? Don't expect me to pull any punches just because you're the opposing lawyer. As I said, the kid's clothes are off. Come what may, they will stay off. Same here, Mr. Wright. If it's a fight you want, that's a fight I'll get. Blame the sleazy bugger. He's the one who wants Wright to fight for him. Yep, exactly. And still, the way he reacts is kind of like... It's not like I am the lawyer that was sent by this guy and I will stand for him. It was more like he doesn't want to, but he somehow got dragged into this. Because yes, he has basically needed to defend one murderer before. Only one before. Most of the time he actually has good characters. Sure, it's story written, but I'm pretty certain he's good at reading some characters at least. Jeez, you guys really are chomping at the bit, aren't you? I don't mind a good fight between co-workers, just keep it civil, civil case civil. Now then, if the plaintiff would take the stand, we may begin. Plaintiff? I've never heard that word before. Plaintiff? Must that be the one that basically just explains something? Oh, okay, the one that is about, basically. I guess. I don't think blackmail is involved in this, but I don't think that there is something more than... Yeah, there is something more than he hired me. It's as I said before. I can't find the right word for it, that's why I used blackmail. But it still felt like it's not blackmail, because it's like, then he would either be afraid or something. It's more like it's just having him in a leash. It might not be blackmail, but it's basically he's stuck here right now at this moment. And yes, he's using those things, so I'm actually gonna change my voice for this.
Noble judges, member of the gallery, good day to you. I am Paul Etherson. This is but the start of my epic campaign, and you all have the honor of witnessing it. I believe the youth of this country are our very future. Yes, it might be something similar. I don't know what it is, but at least Mr. Wright is stuck with me. Too long have you been looked down on and given the cold shoulder. So to them I say, ask not what you can do for your country, but ask what...
Mr. Atherson, what is that crazy contraption you're riding in? And please get rid of it.
It is my custom-made election-winning campaign mobile. Beautiful, isn't it?
They do have a name, I just don't remember what they're called.
You're at a witness stand, not a campaign podium. So come out of there, this isn't.
It's as we said sometimes before. Yes, the judge is old and sometimes he does have some points, but when there is things that are wrong, things are wrong. For example, you are not where you think you are. Do things right.
All right now, would the plaintiff attorney, Mr. Wright, please explain the complaint filed against the defendant?
Mr. Atherson complains against the defendant is simple. Oh, okay, so there is a defendant because someone is basically against the rope here, and the player, whatever they call it, plaintiff, plaintiff is basically, well, it's not like the murderer this time, but it's in the sense of this game, the murderer, the other one, the one that filed it. So the one that filed it and the one that is against the defiling. And not defiling, the filing. Good lord, me and pronunciation sometimes. Just heard in my brain like, that doesn't sound good.
The defendant, Wonderick said, Sudman, stole my client's family heirloom with a crystal of any faith. Mr. Atherson merely seeks its return.
This wouldn't have happened if that archaeologist hadn't kicked the bucket.
He says that, but we actually have a note that says, I give this to the Defiant Dragon, fuck you. So it does have nothing to do with if the archaeologist kicked the bucket. If he hadn't kicked the bucket, it would be worse for you to get it.
I see. Well, Mr. Justice, let's have your opening statement if you would.
Holy shit, we actually have opening statement this time. We never have opening statement. Oh, this is a glorious day. The defense asserts the item in question is the Founder's Orb, a sacred relic from Kurain.
Go on.
It seems someone asked an archaeologist, Dr. Archie Buff, to study the orb. Dr. Buff determined that it was the Kurainese natural treasure known as the Founder's Orb. The very orb that was stolen from the treasure room in Kurain several weeks ago. Well, technically, we don't know when it was stolen, because someone tried to steal it, but basically it was already empty. So it could have been months ago, it could have been years ago. No one knows when it was stolen, actually. But who knows? I guess is the problem, is like, they don't know when it was stolen. They say when they believe it was stolen, at least when it was filed stolen. And that was when people actually managed to open the goddamn thing up and check, oh, there is nothing in here. Well, fancy that. I don't know who, but someone fucked up. Also, yeah, I'm mostly just talking a bit now to let the ad go over. But yeah, I'm guessing that is just basically what's happening. Or what the meaning is that there is not really any time other than when people noticed it. What? And I'm just spitballing here. What if the two are the same? The family heirloom was stolen from Kurainese long ago and no one noticed until now? Exactly! That could actually be it. Now, to be honest, I don't fully remember. I think I have a hunch of what it might be, but I'm not gonna say too much because, well, we're gonna see what's happening. But to be honest, yes, that could actually happen. It could be that, oh, we know since history that it used to be a Founder's Orb. The Founder's Orb is in this casket. No one basically opens it because no one is supposed to look at it. The recent monk looked at it because he wanted to try and steal it. And he basically killed someone because they were also trying to steal it. And realized that if someone actually finds out it was stolen long before that, it was gone. Yeah, that it was gone, he would basically be held responsible. I don't think he stole it, at least. I don't remember, even though it was in this game. I don't think he actually stole it. He just noticed it was gone. And yeah, so it could basically have been gone at any point. People just walked around with it.
Oh, why, yes, I saw the news report about that. The theft of the Kuranese natural treasure caused quite an uproar in the kingdom.
And the problem is, because no one was allowed to see how the orb actually looked like, because that would be a taboo, we can't just really show a video of how it looked like and tell this bastard to just piss off, because there is basically international proof, worldwide proof that it's at the Founder's Orb. Well, we believe that it was not in fact a theft in the traditional sense, but rather that it was spirited out of Kurain by someone for Dr. Buff to study.
You don't say, and...
Around that time, an acquaintance of the defendant learned about Dr. Buff. He made contact with the doctor, who agreed to hand over the orb. Apparently, the doctor wanted nothing to do with it once he had learned it was been stolen.
It seems you have a transfer agreement between both parties.
I know what Mr. Wright is gonna say, and that is that is basically null and void. I know why, we all should know why, and that is, it is only in their possession as long as he comes to no harm. And yes, he is gone, and that is why it's null and void. Either that, or he's gonna mention that this note might be in a sense of I'm being blackmailed. I will give you the Founder's Orb if I come to no harm. As I said before, this doesn't say fully in what way. It either is please defend me, or please don't hurt me. But we don't know which one. Mr. Sadman also agreed to return the Founder's Orb to the Kingdom Kurain, once the doctor verified it was the real thing.
I see. So this dispute centers on whatever the item in question is, the Founder's Orb or the Crystal of MFA. That, in turn, will determine the object's rightful owner.
I better bring my A game. Going up against Mr. Wright won't be a walk in the park.
Come to think of it, the name Daruk Sadman sounds awfully familiar. But I can't recall where I heard it.
Oh, that's probably an imagination, Your Honor. He's just a tourist after all. You can either say that, or you can say he's related to the prosecutor, because they do share same name. Yes, but since Mr. Sleazy is so adamant that it is his family heirloom, and even pushed the Durok and Apollo down in a cave, he would become the main suspect in the doctor's death. Exactly. I can absolutely agree there. Yes, they would probably push it on us first, because, as I said, the note says please don't harm me, but perhaps the Defiant Dragon decided to harm him. But yeah, how did actually the sleazy man find out it was in the cave in the first place? Because basically no one knew the doctor went up there except for Pearls. And he was basically scared shitless.
My imagination, you say?
Are you sure about this, Apollo? He's a wanted criminal in Kuran, isn't he? In Kuran, yes. Here he's just a tourist. Kinda true. As long as it basically don't have a sort of international wanted list for this guy, he can basically walk around wherever he wants. He's just a tourist.
Very well, let's begin the proceedings. Barleaf, would you bring in the first witness?
Who's the first witness? Pearls? Is that you? No, I don't... No. For some reason I thought Pearls because Pearls saw the professor. But to be honest, Pearls doesn't probably have... I think those were heels. I don't know what sort of shoes they were. I'm pretty certain she does wear them. Show some manners, we're in court. I know, it's just... This is a civil trial, so I was surprised to see a detective take the stand.
I had to do some diggings on Dr. Buff.
What for? You disappoint me, Apollo. First, you know I'm not just a detective, I'm a forensic scientist. Do you try to remember that? Second, you owe Mr. Wright an apology after all he's done for you. You have some nerve. First, I'm sorry, and second, I'm really just trying to do my job. You'll never get anywhere with that attitude. Take some advice from someone who's been there. Why do I feel like I'm on trial here? Well, you're in a trial. Perhaps not on trial, but in trial. Close enough.
Detective Sky, your testimony, if you please.
So how are you a